ahead and run through deal of the week this week. Today we got a duplex out in Hagerstown. Pretty decent looking property. They're asking $300,000. That's actually down pretty substantially from where they were at. They actually started at $325,000. It has been out there for a good while. So they're definitely going to be a little bit more motivated. And the list agent actually is a partial owner in this property. So they have lots of details on it. Currently 2 units, both 3 bedrooms. One has 1 bath and one has 2 baths. What I really like about this one is, especially for the Hagerstown area, this property is in pretty decent condition, pretty updated, pretty renovated. Nice larger kitchen. Does have laundry in both units, which is a huge win. Decent carpeting, decent flooring throughout. Some even has the LVP. So nice little update. Another good little kitchen there, not quite as nice as the other unit, and does also have the laundry in the side there. So nice benefit having that in the rental property specifically, and then a little bit of a backyard space as well. So pretty decent condition out there. If we do kind of compare that to some of the other comps out, just all duplexes here. If we just look at kind of where they've gone, seeing anything from about 380 all the way down to about 233. So kind of in the middle of the pack there. But you'll notice most of the stuff that's selling has been closer to that 250-ish number. That being said, if we do look at a couple of these here, this one certainly a little bit more dated, not as nice. These interiors, but a nice little deck space, and does have the garage, which is a nice little bonus. And then the other one that sold at $255,000. If we check out that one, of course, no good pictures. But usually needs a decent bit of work if there's nothing on the inside. The fact is in good condition. I do think price isn't too outrageous. That being said, though, the rents aren't quite up to current snuff. One of the units currently rented for $1,150, and the other one is vacant at the moment. When I was just looking, finding some comps nearby, I was seeing everything bare minimum $1,300 up to about $1,700, just depending on niceness and quality. So I use $1,400 for my estimates on these, just to be relatively conservative. So if you did purchase at $300, putting 20% down, interest rate about 7% today, with some taxes, insurance, and cover about $100 a month in expenses, most likely your water bill there. And if you can get your rent to about $2,700, so $1,350 each, which isn't outrageous, but the one at $1,150 definitely need to bump that up a good bit to make this a reasonable deal. Cash flow wise, you're sitting somewhere in about $300 to almost $600 a month, which is pretty decent return on your investment, somewhere in the 5 to 10% range, depending on how the numbers ultimately shake out for you. So really the big key here is just getting that other unit rented a little bit higher. They are month to month, so can certainly extend the lease and increase it if you'd like. But decent numbers on this one. Definitely looks attractive.